and welcome along to the Sports Express Show. We're back again with Kelvin and we're going to touch base on some local football. The ABSA Premiership, of course, is on the business end of it. We've seen the last game of the top two teams, both Chiefs and Sundowns losing against Wits and Baroka, and we're also going to look at the coming games, which is on Wednesday night and of course the final match day on Saturday. So Kelvin, you good, brother? So let's just look at the past two games. Of course, Sundowns and Chiefs. Woo! Of course, you are a happier man. Chiefs.
I'm not happy. I'm just relaxed.
You are entertained.
Yeah, I'm entertained.
Yeah.
Yes.
So firstly, Chiefs stumbling against the Bidvest Wits. That was a crazy game because Chiefs dominated most of that encounter, and then a sucker punch by Wits at the end.
But you say crazy, yes, but expected from Wits also, yes, because you know if Wits is a team that they sort of play that football, they hold back, and then who Kevin Hart is. He's very good at defensive work, so I was expecting very good team. Chiefs will be an attacking team most parts of the game, and it happened that way. You saw Bonukovic was back, and
chances missed, my son. Yo,
let's not go there.
No, we have to talk about that. Yo, we have not even Nukovic only. You look at the likes of Parker. You so many chances missed in that game. It's not even a question of Wits being or giving out defensive masterclass. It was just Kaizer Chiefs missing chances.
Look, that's something you cannot, and you actually cannot put on the coach or the coaching staff, the technical stuff. That's something you actually put on the players. Like, guys, we train you the whole week for you guys to miss open nets, 6-yard goals. As professionals and as a team chasing for the league, that's not how you do things. But it's not how you do things. And they caught a wake-up call with the Vets, and luckily enough for them, Sundowns also lost. So yes, it would have been a different story if Sundowns won. But look, Chiefs for me in that game, they didn't convert their chances. That's what happened, and Vits sucker punched them in the very most entertaining and very most exciting way. For Vits to win goal last minute, it was very exciting for Sundowns, for the league, and for everyone. And little did you know what's going to happen next. And that's one thing I love about the PSL. It's very unpredictable.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So I feel like the Chiefs, man, they still have the chance. They've got the better goals.
Still in control.
Yeah, still in control. 5 goals ahead. Same points, same games. 2 games left. Quite the better, fixtures against. No, actually, Sundowns is the better fixtures against the Chiefs.
On paper.
On paper, yes.
But not
on
really.
Paper, on paper.
Not really, though.
Yes, on paper. I should say that. But yeah, look, it's going to be an exciting finish for me for both those two teams.
Sundowns game, of course, against Baroka FC. Baroka getting the early goal in the first half of that game. I mean, it's a question of Sundowns again not creating enough chances to score goals. I mean, they haven't. It's possibly their worst goal-scoring season they've had in a while, because you all know Sundowns as a free-scoring side. They haven't scored that much goals this season, and Kaizer Chiefs have massively outscored them.
Look, what happened is for Sundowns is that they don't have that, central striker.
The target man.
The target man, they don't have that. And Sundowns are a team that sometimes play in a way that you see, they do need a target man. So the likes of Obumabo, Obufilagazi, those guys like to track back and play that number 10, the false number 9 role. So that's what they do. So I feel like Sundowns, they actually Upito needs to consider getting a number 9, a target man, someone who's going to be there, maybe a tall person, because you've got the likes of Langamani and Abongong coming in, crossing those balls. So Sundowns, that's how they play. So their football sometimes needs a target man, and for them this season shows the goal scoring problems are a very big one. Abo Meza really mad, and Meza is sort of a player. Now when he's in the team, he likes to play drift wide a bit. He doesn't stay in that box. So Sundowns in the game, you saw when the goal came in, they were pretty relaxed. It's like, okay, we're gonna come back. That's how I see Sundowns in the game with Baroka. But then Baroka just managed to manage the game out and
masterclass defensively
and manage Sundowns defensively, because Sundowns are very good at something. You saw them the way they played. It was one of the goal created for the team in the previous match. So I feel like Sundowns, they just didn't. They thought they were going to come back, but they actually didn't come back. That's how they played the game against Baroka. They were too relaxed to go to okay, you play against Baroka, and you're going to come back when you need to come back. But then Baroka is just too good defensively for me.
Yeah, definitely. So tonight's games on Wednesday nights, it's obviously Chiefs up against Chippa United. Not an easy side for Kaizer Chiefs. Basically Chippa have been the bogey side for the longest time for Kaizer Chiefs. And the Sundowns are obviously playing another relegation threatened team in Polokwane City. these games, on paper, they look very winnable for both teams. But obviously, we all know how it's been in the PSL this season. And Polokwane City are fighting relegation, same as Baroka FC, and it's going to be tough for Sundowns once again.
Yeah, man, look, today, Sundowns versus Polokwane City. I have to go, you know, Sundowns for me, I see them, you know, taking that one. But I see them taking that one. But then I feel like also Polokwane City, the way they played in the last 2 games, for me, they didn't show the hunger. It's okay, we're in trouble, we're in relegation zone, and you're gonna get relegated. They didn't show me that hunger, so I feel like it's Sundowns. That game, for me, it's a Sundowns. It could be a Sundowns, but they approach their games lately. They caught a wake-up call against the Baroka, so I feel like now they're gonna be awake and they're gonna approach the game with the more serious game face and, you know, attacking from the word go for Sundowns. So I feel like, you know, they're gonna do that. And
they need to score more as well.
They need to score more goals. Look at the goal difference. It might go down to goal difference, so to speak. And it's just 5 goals. It's a lot, but also it's not that much for Sundowns, team like Sundowns.
Sure.
And also for the Chiefs against the Cheaper. Yeah, man, Cheaper.
That's a tricky one.
Cheaper have been going on about their business in like Cheaper is down, okay, Cheaper's back up again, you know. We don't really understand the Cheaper. When you watch them, they are exciting, but you don't really understand what you're going to get from the Cheaper United.
Topsy-turvy.
I don't understand what kind of game they're going to bring or what kind of football they're going to play. So against a team like the Chiefs, who is a team that is open when it's when in terms of defensively, because during transitional play, Chiefs are very open for me when they transition from attack to defense and from defense to attack. So for me, for a team like Baroka, also have got players like Abu Rahale, pacey players. They have a chance, Cheaper United, to actually, you know, exploit that defense or those fullbacks actually, in case the Chiefs. So we're gonna have to wait and see what kind of game the Cheaper brings to the case of Chiefs.
Yeah. So what do you think both managers should do differently in these 2 games compared to what happened in the last game? Obviously, Umir Ndop will be looking at getting his players to convert more chances from the Wits game and also try to fix that in this game against the Cheaper United. What do you think the Sundowns should do differently than what they did in the Baroka game?
Sundowns, what they have to do. Look, they have to, you know, take their chances first and foremost.
Yeah.
They also
create more chances.
Chances. The likes of Mabo have to take their chances if they want to play Pambili in the front, because, you know, Upito likes to take Mabo and put him anywhere. You saw him playing right back at some point. So I feel like Umabo needs to take his chances. Also, Sundowns, they have reported a few kind of niggles on their players, like Sarino, Uchali, now Vilagazi. So maybe, you know, we're going to see the kind of squad they're going to put there. I think they should start the young man, Umakhalwa. For me, he's a good player and he deserves the starting berth. Umathambi was given a chance, and for me, he missed quite a lot of chances also, Umathambi, in the past games that he's played. So I feel like it's time for Umakhalwa to actually get the starting berth that he deserves for me, and to play some good football. And he does score, he has that lack of scoring a goal, so and Sundowns are in trouble of goal scoring, so they're going to need someone like Umakhalwa to actually step up, a young man like Umakhalwa to step up and actually score those goals, because they're going to need to keep the ground running in the game to make up for the goal difference, also to get the 3 points, which is more important.
Yeah, now I'm going to ask you a very exciting question, one that you've been waiting for and I know that you like very much. So firstly, prediction for the games on Wednesday, and then I want you to tell me who's going to win the league. in your opinion, not who you want,
who I want
to win the league, but who do you think realistically is going to get through the line, looking at the last 2 games for both sides and also looking at the fixtures that they have going forward?
Like I said before, I look at the fixtures first. Like I said before, Sundowns has the better fixtures on paper than Chiefs. Chiefs are playing Cheaper, which is a mid-table team, and Baroka is also for me. They're fighting, but I think they are a bit safe if you're looking at the other teams in the battle for relegation. Also, you've got for Sundowns, they've got niggle players, they've got player problems, injuries and stuff like that. So they might have to, you know, chop and change in the squad. So if you look at all of that, and then you look at the past games, not the last 2 games for both teams, but looking back at the last 3 or 4 games, for me, Kaizer Chiefs have the mentality or have the players to do it. They have tried. If you remember the game against Ilo Funjana, Polokwane City, the way they came back, you have to take that in mind. You have to take also Lukovic. He only missed in one game, but all the other games he's been firing, and Sundowns on the other hand are not firing in goals. So you have to look at that. Lukovic is there and he's scoring goals. Okay, yes, he missed against Civis and Upaka missed, but there's something they can do better in this game. They can change that so they can do better. So for me, realistically, I feel like Chiefs, because they're in control, they can take this league if you look at it. Because they are in control, they have the better goal difference. They just need to get the odd goal and get 3 points. For me, Sundowns, I don't see them scoring 5 goals, which they need, and I don't see them doing it, looking at the trouble they have in terms of goal scoring.
Sure. After what happened in the last match day, I don't even know who's going to win the league.
You being the host is very nice. We need to put you under the knife sometime.
Like I don't even know at this point who's going to win the league. It's impossible to say.
It is very impossible. But then
look at what Sundowns did. I mean, advantage Sundowns. Chiefs lost against Vince. How can you possibly lose against Ibaroka, knowing very well that if you win this game or even get a draw, you're going to be in control of the entire league?
Look, I think the pressure got to the Sundowns players.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't understand how they get pressure after playing in big matches such as the Champions League. But then, hey, this is football, Brian. You know when football gods are not smiling on you, they're not smiling on you. Pizzo can excuse himself all 1,000 ways. If it's not your turn to win the league, it's just not your turn. So I feel like this one, the way things have happened, this is Chiefs league, because the Sundowns have let it slip or have let Chiefs get away with it far too long, and they're going to keep continue doing that.
Let me say this, if Chiefs beat Chippa United tonight, they're definitely going to win the league.
Definitely. Me too, bro. Definitely.
They have to beat Chippa tonight.
It depends on what happens tonight. If both teams win, then I'll give it to Chiefs. Then it's definitely a Chiefs win, because look, man,
down to the wire.
It's down to the wire.
Exciting stuff.
And Chiefs will need just with that odd goal. And Chiefs, I feel like Chiefs are a team that, when they need the goal, sometimes they can't get the goal. Just didn't happen in that game against the Vids, unfortunately for them. And unfortunately for Sundowns, they also lost against the Baroka, which was more surprising than Chiefs losing to Vids. So yeah, man, look.
Yeah, exciting times, man, exciting times. 2 match days to go in the PSL. We are at the edge of our seats, looking to see how that one is going to be concluding. Of course, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you press the subscribe button, and we're going to catch you next time.